You know, Leo, people always think daily routines are boring, but actually, they're one of the best ways to learn natural English. When you talk about what you do every day, you build confidence, rhythm, and fluency, and that's exactly what we're doing with you today. So stay with us, repeat with us, and feel the progress happen in your voice.
Exactly. And the fun part is that your routine tells a story about you. Even simple sentences become powerful when you say them with clarity and confidence. So you say, I wake up at 7. Go ahead, repeat that. I wake up at 7.
Nice. And if your time is different, change it. That's how you make English fit your life. For example, I wake up at 6:30. So I say, I wake up at 6:30. You try now.
Perfect. Now, after waking up, most people talk about what they do next. A super useful phrase is, I get ready for the day. Repeat that with me. I get ready for the day.
And if you want to be more specific, you can add simple actions. For example, I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I take a shower. Listen to this mini dialogue. What do you do after you wake up?
I brush my teeth and take a shower. Try saying that last part. I brush my teeth and take a shower.
Great job! The key is keeping it simple but natural. English loves clear steps. You can even say, after that, I. This little phrase makes your routine sound smooth. Repeat it. After that, I.
And remember, the more you practice with us, the easier it gets. Stay here, keep repeating, and your fluency grows every single day.
After you move through those first steps, the day starts shaping itself. Many learners ask how to talk about breakfast, and it's actually really simple. You can say, I eat breakfast, or add details like, I eat breakfast at home, or I usually have eggs and toast. Try saying, I usually have breakfast at home.
Nice and smooth. And if you don't eat breakfast, that's fine too. You can say, I skip breakfast, or I only drink coffee in the morning. Many people do that. You can repeat, I only drink coffee in the morning.
Now the routine starts to move into your main activity of the day, work, school, study, or something else. A really common and natural sentence is, I start work at 9, or I start school at 8. Repeat this version with me. I start work at 9.
And if you want to make it friendlier, you can say, I head to work at 9. That phrase head to is super useful. It means to go toward a place. You say, I head to work.
We can try a mini dialogue to show how natural it sounds. What time do you head to school?
I head to school around 8. Now try the last sentence. I head to school around 8.
Good rhythm. And after you arrive, you can talk about the first thing you usually do. For example, I check my emails. I study English. I start my first class. Or I meet my coworkers. Try this one. I start my first task of the day.
You're doing great. The more you speak these small sentences, the more natural your daily routine sounds in English. It's all about building smoothness and flow, one line at a time, and you're already doing it beautifully. Once the day gets moving, it's easy to describe ongoing actions using simple present tense. For example, you can say, I work on my projects, or I study with my classmates, or I help customers. These are steady habits, and English loves clear habits. Try this one. I work on my tasks throughout the morning.
And many people like to mention short breaks. You can say, I take a short break, or I relax for a few minutes. The phrase for a few minutes is super natural. Repeat this. I take a short break in the morning.
Now imagine you're describing your routine to a new friend or in an English class. You might say, I usually have a busy morning, or my mornings are quiet and calm. Those descriptions help paint a picture. Repeat this simple one. My mornings are usually busy.
Around midday, we move into lunch. Super easy vocabulary here. You can say, I have lunch at 1, or I eat lunch with my coworkers. Another option is, I take my lunch break. Try this. I take my lunch break at 1.
You can also add details about what you normally eat, but just small details to keep it natural. For example, I usually eat rice and vegetables, or I grab a quick sandwich. That phrase, grab a quick sandwich, is very natural and casual. Repeat, I grab a quick sandwich.
And after lunch, the routine continues smoothly. You can say, I go back to work, I continue studying, or I finish my afternoon lessons. Try this one. I go back to work after lunch.
Every time you say these sentences out loud, your routine becomes a story you can easily share in English. Keep shaping the rhythm, because rhythm builds confidence, and confidence builds fluency.
Afternoons are great for adding variety to your routine because everyone does something a little different. You can say, I attend meetings, or I study English videos, or I work with clients. Try this clean and natural sentence. I usually focus on my main tasks in the afternoon.
And sometimes your energy changes later in the day. You can mention that too. For example, I feel more productive in the afternoon, or I slow down a little after lunch. These phrases make your English sound personal and natural. Repeat this one. I feel more productive in the afternoon.
If your routine includes travel, you can talk about that as well. Many people say, I commute to work, or I commute home. The word commute simply means to travel between home and work or school. You can use it like this. I commute home in the late afternoon. Try saying that.
And when your work or school day ends, you can easily describe that moment. For example, I finish work at 5, or I end my classes at 4. That's clear and natural. Repeat, I finish work at 5.
After that, most people transition into their evening routine, and this is where your personality really shows. You can say, I relax for a while, or I take a rest, or I enjoy some quiet time. Try this one. I relax for a while after getting home.
You can also describe what you do to unwind. Many people say, I listen to music, I watch a show, I spend time with my family, or I cook something simple. Repeat this one. I cook something simple in the evening.
All these phrases help you tell the story of your day in a smooth, natural way. Your daily routine becomes a clear journey in English, and you're building that journey sentence by sentence.
Evenings are also a great time to talk about hobbies, because hobbies make your routine more interesting. You can say, I read books, or I play games, or I learn English for 30 minutes. That last one is powerful because it shows habit and discipline. Try this. I learn English for 30 minutes every evening.
Some routines include exercise, and that's super easy to describe in English. You can say, I go for a walk, or I exercise at the gym, or I do yoga at home. These sentences are simple but very natural. Repeat, I go for a walk in the evening.
You can also talk about connecting with people. For example, I talk with my family, or I call my friends, or I chat with my neighbors. These are everyday actions that make your routine feel warm and real. Try this one. I talk with my family in the evening.
Dinner is another easy part of your routine to describe. You can say, I have dinner at 7, or I eat dinner with my family, or I cook dinner at home. Repeat this natural line. I have dinner at 7.
After dinner, people often slow down. You can describe that by saying, I wind down, or I rest, or I enjoy some quiet time. The phrase wind down means to relax gradually. Try saying, I wind down at night.
Toward the end of the day, you can describe your evening habits before sleeping. You might say, I prepare for the next day, or I clean up my room, or I set my alarm. These are simple but useful actions. Repeat, I prepare for the next day.
And of course, talking about sleep is part of every daily routine. You can say, I go to bed at 10, or I fall asleep quickly, or I usually sleep early. Try this easy one. I go to bed at 10.
Night routines can also include small habits that make life feel organized. You can say, I check my phone, or I review my schedule, or I turn off the lights. These short actions are perfect for painting a clear picture of your daily life in English. Try this. I review my schedule before bed.
Some people also like to read at night. You can say, I read a few pages, or I read to relax, or I read until I feel sleepy. These are calm and natural expressions. Repeat this one. I read a few pages before sleeping.
Another great phrase for your routine is I try to. It shows intention. For example, I try to sleep early, or I try to avoid using my phone at night. This little phrase makes your English softer and more natural. Repeat, I try to sleep early.
If your evenings sometimes change, you can describe that too. You can say, sometimes I stay up late, or sometimes I watch a movie, or sometimes I finish extra work. These sentences show flexibility. Try this one. Sometimes I stay up late.
Now imagine sharing your full routine with someone. You can connect everything using transition phrases like first, then, after that, in the afternoon, and finally. These help your whole day flow smoothly. Repeat this one. After that, I finish my evening routine.
You're building a full, clear picture of your day in English. All these steps, morning, afternoon, and evening, come together to show not just what you do, but who you are. And the more you practice out loud, the more confidently you'll speak.
Keep shaping your routine, keep repeating with us, and keep building that fluency day by day. Your voice becomes stronger each time you speak these sentences.
One way to make your daily routine even more natural is by adding adverbs of frequency. Words like always, usually, sometimes, and never show how often you do something. For example, I usually drink coffee in the morning, or I never skip breakfast. Try this one. I usually go for a walk in the evening.
You can also mix short and long sentences to make your routine sound more natural. Instead of just saying, I eat lunch, you can say, I eat lunch with my colleagues and then take a short walk. Repeat this. I eat lunch with my colleagues and then take a short walk.
Talking about feelings during your routine makes English even more engaging. You can say, I feel relaxed after my morning coffee, or I feel tired in the afternoon, or I feel happy when I cook dinner. Try this one. I feel happy when I spend time with my family.
And don't forget to describe small changes or exceptions in your routine. You can say, sometimes I go shopping after work, or occasionally I study late at night, or every Friday I watch a movie. Try this one. Sometimes I go shopping after work.
You can also make your routine sound lively by adding short expressions like usually, right after that, or before dinner. For example, right after work, I usually take a short walk. Repeat this. Right after work, I usually take a short walk.
Many dialogues make your routine feel real. For example, what do you do after lunch?
I usually work on my projects and then take a short break. Repeat that last part with me. I usually work on my projects and then take a short break. All of these little details, adverbs, feelings, exceptions, transitions, turn your daily routine into a full story in English. And the best part? You can practice it every single day.
Another way to make your routine sound natural is by adding time expressions. Words like in the morning, at noon, in the evening, or before bed help listeners understand your day clearly. For example, I exercise in the morning, or I read a book before bed. Repeat this one. I read a book before bed.
You can also describe the length of activities to make your routine more detailed. For example, I study English for 30 minutes, or I watch TV for an hour. This helps English sound more precise. Try this. I study English for 30 minutes every evening.
Talking about your routine with connectors makes it smooth. Use then, after that, next, and finally. For example, I wake up, then I brush my teeth, and after that, I eat breakfast. Repeat this full sentence. I wake up, then I brush my teeth, and after that, I eat breakfast.
You can also add small personal details that make your routine unique. For instance, I like to drink green tea in the morning, or I enjoy listening to music while cooking. Try this. I enjoy listening to music while cooking dinner.
Another tip is using casual phrases like grab a quick snack, check my phone, or scroll social media. These are very natural in conversation. Repeat this one. I grab a quick snack in the afternoon.
Talking about your routine can also include planning for the future. You can say, I plan my next day in the evening, or I make a to-do list for tomorrow. Try this. I make a to-do list for tomorrow.
You can describe changes in your routine too. For example, on weekends I sleep late, or on Fridays I meet my friends. These small variations make your routine more lively. Repeat this. On weekends I sleep late.
You can also include short reflections about your routine to make your English richer. For example, I feel more energetic when I exercise in the morning, or I feel relaxed after dinner. Try saying, I feel relaxed after dinner.
Talking about your routine in different places adds variety too. You can say, I study English at the library, or I exercise at the park, or I work from home. Repeat this one. I work from home in the afternoon.
Small habits make your routine very real. For example, I drink water regularly, or I take short breaks to stretch, or I write notes to stay organized. Try this. I take short breaks to stretch.
You can describe your evenings with relaxing actions. For instance, I watch TV for 30 minutes, or I listen to a podcast, or I spend time reading a novel. Repeat this natural sentence. I listen to a podcast before bed.
Another way to make your routine sound smooth is using usually with your actions. For example, I usually wake up early, or I usually have dinner at 7, or I usually study in the evening. Try this one. I usually study in the evening.
Talking about routines can also include challenges. You can say, sometimes I feel tired in the afternoon, or sometimes I have too much work, or sometimes I skip my workout. Repeat this one. Sometimes I feel tired in the afternoon.
Many dialogues keep the practice fun. For example, what do you do after work?
Sometimes I go to the gym, and sometimes I just relax at home.
Repeat the last part. Sometimes I go to the gym, and sometimes I just relax at home.
Every detail you add, feelings, places, challenges, makes your English routine richer, more natural, and much easier to share in conversation.
You can also make your routine more expressive by adding small emotions or reactions. For example, I feel excited when I start a new project, or I feel relaxed when I listen to music. Try saying, I feel excited when I start a new project.
Another way to enrich your routine is by using before and after to show the order of activities. For instance, I check my emails before breakfast, or I take a short walk after lunch. Repeat this. I take a short walk after lunch.
Talking about your routine in the evening can include hobbies or learning activities. You can say, I practice English for 30 minutes, or I play guitar, or I watch an educational video. Try this. I practice English for 30 minutes every evening.
You can also describe preparation for the next day. For instance, I prepare my bag for work, or I choose my clothes for tomorrow, or I set an alarm. Repeat this one. I prepare my bag for work before bed.
Sometimes you can add small surprises or exceptions in your routine. For example, occasionally I meet a friend for coffee, or sometimes I work late, or once in a while I watch a movie at night. Try this. Occasionally I meet a friend for coffee. Now, if you put all these sentences together, morning, afternoon, evening, you can share a full story about your day. Using transitions, adverbs, feelings, and small personal details makes your English sound natural and fluent. Repeat, I can share my full daily routine in English.
Remember, practicing your daily routine in English every day improves your fluency, pronunciation, and confidence. Speaking out loud, repeating sentences, and describing your life step by step is one of the fastest ways to get better.
That's right. Keep practicing. Add your personal details, and soon, talking about your day will feel easy and natural. Thank you for joining us today. Subscribe and follow our channel for more content like this so you can continue improving your English with fun, natural, and practical lessons every day.
See you in the next lesson, and keep practicing your daily routine in English. Your fluency is growing every time you speak. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.